The Maldives itself is a very beautiful holiday destination, one of the most well-known luxurious holiday destinations in the world.
Thank you.
Is the Maldives still today gaining in popularity in the tourism market? And where else are you getting interested investors for such island projects across the world?
Well, nowadays, after the recent global recession we all experienced, we notice now most of the investors coming to Maldives are from China and India. And in China, the last 2 years, China has already caught about 30% of the market. So this is the tourism. Always we have a growth in tourism. We have no decline. Tourism is growing, and average occupancy in Maldives throughout every hotel you can check. It is about 80% average throughout maintenance, and the ROI, unlike other countries, ROI in Maldives is 5 to 6 years maximum.
So the return on investment
Return on investment, exactly.
5 to 6 years.
Within 5 to 6 years. Well, this is and the lease period is for 50 years, and the government gives for the investors all flexibilities to accommodate them with their requirements in the country.
And how many islands now do you have available for this project?
Well, we have few islands. We have few islands selected specifically as per the request of Mr. Pompous, and then now I think all these blondes here, these blonde girls are going to select the island that they want this project.
So the blondes are going to select the island?
Yeah, well, they are the people, right?
Yes, they
Well,
are.
we have come up with the islands here as per the invitation, and let's see what they decide, and thereafter we'll go ahead.
And what do you think about women doing business at such a high level? Because obviously in the Maldives and in with the Indian culture as well, it's not so traditional for women to be in high business management roles. This is quite a unique situation. So how do you think the Maldivians will react to this, just the local Maldivians?
Well, I think it will be an encouragement for them, I believe. Maldivian females, also, even our government, they also give very much attention on gender equality. So this is the time for female, because we are having 55% of the population is about females for them, and there are well-educated females in Maldives as well. And they can join the industry and join these groups and go ahead. Why not make the whole island as blondes and Maldivians, girls? They can come with that. It's all up to the Maldivian. Well, opportunity will be open, I believe. New ideas, new things are coming up.
And how, when you think of Blonde Island, I mean, obviously you're involved in the project, but how do you think your average Maldivian would react to the concept of having an island full of women, for one, and then being blonde? Because that's quite an attractive.
Well, initially, in every new business or new thing that you do, there'll be rumors, different talks, and see, for an example, at the first time when the project was launched internationally, see the feedbacks and the comments people had about. Now slowly things are changing and people have understand the nature of the business and what they are really going to do. It's just to show to the international community, now look, the females also can be responsible people. It's not only the males like the blonde. This is the way that this is my perspective. I don't take only the color, but I'm just taking purely just the females are trying to take the leadership, showing the responsibility.
And have you ever had that stereotype that blondes are stupid? Have you ever had those thoughts?
Well, I think this is when Russia, when USSR got this thing, and then they start. It's just poverty, right? Poverty makes all those things. Nature everywhere. Wherever you go, you still find, those type of girls. But still, all are human beings, flesh, blood, bones. That's it. With common sense.
I like your honesty. It's good. So once the blondes have chosen the island, how quickly do you reckon that it's going to move and that they can be on the island and start building the business?
Well, I could tell you how long it takes in Maldives to develop such a project. Well, it wouldn't take more than 2.5 years, provided things goes in order. And then again, it also depends on the size of the investment. How many rooms they are going to have, how many F&B outlets, what sort of theater, what sort of studio. It all depends on those. Those are things which has to come from the executives.
So some of the islands that you have, there's an option that some of them already have hotels on them.
Well, all the Virgin Islands.
They're all Virgin Islands.
All Virgin Islands.
So there's nothing on them at all.
Nothing on them.
Okay. So depending on the investment, then that will reflect the
Exactly.
time of the building. And will you be using Maldivian?
Well, generally for 100 keys it takes 2 years. For 100 keys, I'm referring to 100 room high-end
100
property.
rooms.
It takes 2 years. So in the light of that.
And you have very strict environmental policies in the Maldives,
Of course,
don't you?
certainly,
Do you want to
certainly.
just embellish on those a bit and tell me a bit more about what your environmental policies are in relation to the project?
Well, if the investor wants to bring any change to any island, they will have to do the designing and do all the surveys as per the shortlisted instructions given by the government, all the surveys, and then the government environment ministry will go through the whole thing, and if they find if the ecosystem, if it harms to the ecosystem of the island, and then the government will not permit neither to its marine life and corals and the lagoon. Those are the things mainly. Those 4 areas they concentrate, 3 or 4 areas they concentrate on.
And as well as